Cougars Network is your home for Canyon High School athletic coverage. Don't miss live game broadcasts, weekly coaches shows, stories from inside the field house, and more. Log on to CougarsNetwork.com to stay up to date on everything from the Den to the Red Zone. Welcome to Cougars Network.
Tonight, Cougars Network is live with Canyon High School girls varsity soccer. The first place Cougarettes look to stay unbeaten in 27 6A play as they host the rival New Braunfels Unicorns that are playing for a season series sweep. Cougars Network is your home for live Canyon High School girls varsity soccer.
A familiar view from the northbound lanes of I-35 as we welcome you to Cougar Stadium on the campus of Canyon High School in New Braunfels, Texas for tonight's District 27 6A match between the Canyon Cougars and the New Braunfels Unicorns. The Cougars are looking for a win over their rivals in an effort to strengthen their grip atop district standings, while the Unicorns are hoping for an upset that will help put them into a position to qualify for the playoffs. It's the Canyon Cougars and the New Braunfels Unicorns coming up next, exclusively on the Cougars Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Frost Bank, Nissan of New Braunfels, Wick Productions, Ashley, Zaxby's, and Texas Tractor Country.
I'm Jaime Buenteo, produce buyer for H-E-B. We work hard to find the freshest, best produce available. That's why we work with Texas growers to buy local as much as possible. Over 100 million pounds annually. In fact, we sell more produce than any other store in Texas. Grapefruit, corn, blueberries, and tons more. All grown right here in our beautiful backyard and on their way to your store within 24 hours. This is the local Texas produce department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
And that a look of Ashton Foytik, number 12 there in white for the Canyon Cougars, the leading goal scorer for the Cougarettes, 16 goals on the year, 5 assists. Also led the team last year as their goal scorer. Only a junior is Ashton. Surely her talents next year or in 2 years will take her to the college level. But she's going to be our spotlight player for the Canyon Cougars tonight. Looking at our district standings in District 27 6A, no matter what sport you're talking about, it's going to be tough. But the Canyon Cougars find themselves on top of district, undefeated but not unblemished with a 7-0-1 record. The one blemish came as a draw to the Clemens Buffaloes. They stay in the second spot. Duke Clemens followed by Smithson Valley and Steele to round out the playoff qualifiers if the playoffs were to start today. The visiting New Braunfels Unicorns are looking for the upset to get themselves into the conversation for playoffs. You see them there at 4-4-0 in district. East Central, Wagner, and Judson round out the District 27 6A rankings. Earlier in pregame, we had a chance to sit down with Cougar head coach Dustin Gould and get his thoughts on tonight's matchup. We'll step aside when we come back. Conversation with Coach Gould here on the Cougars Network.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
The biggest season of fixer-upper is here.
What? We're taking it a whole nother direction.
This is going to be one of a kind.
With fresh new designs.
Love the stairwell. Pretty impressive. Are y'all ready to
check out your fixer-upper?
Oh my God, look at this.
All new Fixer Upper, Tuesday at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, Digital Cable Channel 578. GVTC, just plain smart.
And welcome back to Cougar Stadium here on the Cougars Network. Now joined pregame with Cougar head coach Dustin Gould. And Coach, this is your first time being featured on the Cougars Network with your team. So introduce your team to our audience. How's the season been going so far?
It's been going extraordinary. We're currently sitting in first place in district. We just finished up the first round. Started the second round well with a big win at Wagner. And now we have a big game tonight and a tough stretch of 4 games here in a row. New Braunfels, Clemens, Steele, and Smithson Valley, who will all be great tests and kind of decide where we fall.
Now, it just seems in this area, in this district, no matter what sport we cover, we're always talking about how tough this district is. It seems to me in girls soccer, this isn't an exception. You're in an extremely tough district, fortunate enough to see yourself on top, but speak to the depth of talent in this district.
Even your fifth place team is a team that would do well and make the playoffs in just about any other district in the surrounding areas. Always kind of 3 of the top are ranked in the top 5 or 10 in the San Antonio area overall. And like we said, there's plenty of depth where those 4th, 5th, 6th place teams in your district, if you're not playing well or at your best, and they can get you too.
And one of the things I find fascinating, you're able to find success in a tough district with a tough schedule, but it hasn't really been easy. You guys have faced some injuries along the way. How have you gotten the team to respond, even though key players from your team have missed time because of injury?
Yeah, we started the year with 20 just super talented players. So many of them are going to be college-bound soccer players who will impact at the college level as well. So we started with some incredible depth. 20 players who could all step into that college level and play. So that was the fortunate part of a player or two goes down, you're replacing them with a talented player. And, we've been really proud of our girls that have stepped into a starting role or a different role than where they started when the season got going. And we've watched them step in and not miss a beat and perform really well.
You mentioned college talent on this high school level team. 9 of your players will be playing at the next level. 7 have already inked papers to play next year in college. It's got to make your life a little bit easier having that type of talent stacked on your team.
Sure. Just the fact that they're great kids, they knew what they wanted to play college at the soccer level. So that means, they're taking care of the academics and all the other things that come along with that idea of being a college student athlete.
I want to talk about your striker, and Ashton Wojtek. She leads the team in scoring this year, one of your leaders from last year as well. What do you like about her skill and what she brings to the top of your attack?
Just incredible speed and quickness. She's an elite runner in cross country and track as well, and has won many events and district titles and advanced to regional even in those sports. She brings some of that to the soccer field. She's not just track fast. When she has the ball at her feet, she's exceptionally quick and can blow by just about any defender. She really opens up the game for us. And even if she doesn't score the goal, which she gets her fair share, she usually sets somebody up pretty well around the box or in the box.
Now, finally, on the other end of the field is your goalkeeper, Alex Heyman, getting the start tonight. Seen limited action because of she was coming out of surgery. So, goalkeeper, very important position. Hasn't gotten the real flow of the season, but yet I get the sense from you're still confident in her abilities to jump in and pick up where she left off.
Definitely, she's one of our captains. I know her teammates respect her so much for how hard she works. And I know they're excited that she's coming back into the mix. And we have 2 outstanding goalkeepers, and Elena Rivera, another senior who's going to play college soccer. And we knew she'd, fill the job and do an outstanding job. But now we have some great depth in that position. And I think we're excited for Alex to get back out there and have an opportunity her senior year to show what she can do.
Coach, thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Our conversation with Cougar head coach Dustin Gould will step aside when we come back. A kickoff to tonight's ball game between the Canyon Cougars and the New Braunfels Unicorns. This is the Cougars Network.
I'm Jaime Buenteo, produce buyer for H-E-B. We work hard to find the freshest, best produce available. That's why we work with Texas growers to buy local as much as possible. Over 100 million pounds annually. In fact, we sell more produce than any other store in Texas. Grapefruit, corn, blueberries, and tons more. All grown right here in our beautiful backyard and on their way to your store within 24 hours. This is the local Texas produce department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Frost Bank, Nissan of New Braunfels, Wick Productions, Ashley, Zaxby's, and Texas Tractor Country.
And welcome back to Cougars Stadium. Kickoff moments away as the two teams have come onto the pitch and gone through the introductions. As this game is about to be underway, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Canyon Cougars tonight, tactically in a 4-3-3 look for Coach Gould's squad. And the net for Canyon, Alex Heyman making her second start. The captain of one of the captains of this team missed the majority of the season due to injury, but back in for her second start in goal. 4 defenders in front of her, 2 sophomores on the left side, and Birch and Sims, 2 seniors to the right, Hijazi and Davis. The 4 defenders in front of Heyman, 3 midfielders for Canyon and Squires, McDonald, and Vanessa Ruiz, another captain for the Cougars. 7 goals to her credit, 4 assists for Vanessa. And we highlighted Ashton Foytik in pregame. The leading goal scorer for the Cougars, 16 goals, 5 assists to her credit will be flanked by Cameron Taylor and Maddie Alexander. Cameron with 11 goals and Maddie with 6. So those are your starting lineups for Canyon and a 4-3-3 look for Coach Dustin Gould. The Cougars coming into tonight's match, winners of their last 5. Last time the Cougars took the pitch and did not win, you have to go back to the first round of district, a 1-1 draw with the Clemens Buffaloes. As we mentioned, Clemens right now sitting at second place in district, so no shame there in drawing with the Buffaloes. And you got to turn the calendar a couple of pages back to the last time the Cougars were defeated. That in the Round Rock McNeil Cedar Ridge tournament back on January 12th. It dropped a 3-2 decision to Rockwall. Other than that, it's been nothing but wins for Coach Gould and his team, looking to improve from last year's mark. Finished district in 4th place, lost to Brandeis 2-1 in by district. Finished 2017 with a 9-10-4 overall mark. That was an improvement on 2016, where the Cougarettes missed the playoffs entirely, having gone that year 9-4-7. So things trending up here for the Canyon Cougarettes. And if you caught that conversation with Coach Gould and the amount of talent on this team, it's going to be reload and not rebuild for the foreseeable future. As we are now underway here at Cougar Stadium, it's Canyon and New Braunfels, 2 longtime rivals, this time on the soccer pitch. Coming to the near side, it's Birch. Looking line, and that's intercepted. Handling ball is Davis with the wise switch of the field to Hijazi. A nice calm pass over here to Squires. Hijazi. Decision time for her. Challenge and ball picked away by New Braunfels. Coming up the field is Gardner. The nice line pass to the near side to Starch. trying to beat her man line and can't do it. And the ball will be placed into touch by Birch. And a throw in for the Unicorns will be taken by 8, Avery Looney. Looney looking to serve it to Starch. And the Cougars can collect and turn upfield. Ball, I believe, went out, and yes, it did, on New Braunfels. So Birch here with a throw in on the near sideline. And a long ball down the line. Need back out of bounds by the Unicorn defender, Shearer. Emily Shearer spells it E-M-A-L-E-E. Different version of Emily. And a big ball up the middle, collected harmlessly by Canyon's Courtney Sims, a sophomore defender. And the Unicorns work it around. Starch. Centering pass and a piercing one to Gardner. They're back to the goal and turns. Gardner with a purpose. Right foot handled beautifully by Heyman. Easy in the end for Heyman. Collects it and redistributes out to the far side. And the first real attempt of this ball game for either side. Coming back the other way is Canyon, now on the far sideline. Miscommunication on the 1-2 give. And a reversal of the field. Hudgens comes out way off her line to boot it. And the deflection will keep the ball with the Unicorns here on the near side. Looking for Hanson, who's lost it to Squires. And Squires will play it back to Hijazi, the restart. Three minutes into this ball game, both teams just settling in, trying to connect their passes. Moderate injection of kickball into this game, as both teams, it is a rivalry game. Nerves, no doubt, needing to settle in and connect some passes. Canyon has it here on a counterattack that looks promising. Ball played ahead and knocked out into touch, trying to find Cameron Taylor on the run. And Canyon will have an opportunity to set up something here in the attacking third. Birch will throw it in. Lovely ball into the area, looking for Ruiz. Ruiz unable to work with it. Ball still in danger, though. And the Unicorns will clear with the sense of desperation there. Birch again looking to throw this into the area. Set piece designed for Canyon. Ball headed away. A lot of Unicorn defenders there. Now here's an opportunity. Squires with it. Taylor trying to turn the corner. Unicorns are there. Decision time here for the referee. And the referee will call a corner kick. So set piece for Canyon here. Just about 5 minutes into this ball game. First real threat for the Cougars from the far sideline. The right footer will have it swinging away from Hudgens, the goalkeeper for New Braunfels. Unicorns jamming the box defensively. Ball served in. Hijazi with it. And that one just an unlucky touch off the shin. And the Unicorns will still working to clear it out, though. Finally, something looks promising here. And the ball's collected back around. Birch with the long play back to Heyman. Davis. Pushing the ball upfield, just unable to connect. Starch ultimately loses it for the Unicorns, and the ball finds its way to the far side of the field. Just a little bit too heavy for Cameron Taylor. Out of her touch. Taylor still putting pressure on the Unicorn defense. You could feel the urgency there by Hughes to just turn the ball up. Unicorns now starting to connect some passes, and just as I say that, little miscommunication there, and the Cougars are able to recollect. Nice side foot there by Davis to avoid the steal. Still with it here on the far side, Taylor. Looking for the centering pass. It's there. But a teammate is not, as it'll trickle harmlessly through the box, and the Unicorns have it for a counter. Starch into space for Cantu, unable to catch up to it. Michaela Cantu on the attack for the Unicorns, 11 goals, 5 assists to her number in 2016. Birch with a long throw down the sideline. And Birch again will have another opportunity. She elects for a centering pass and a good decision to Squires. Hijazi. Back to Squires with a step over. She loses possession, but Canyon now looking for the swing and a restart. Another fancy move there by Samantha Davis to shake the defender. Hijazi being pressured on the far side by Pavlok. And the ball trickles down to Hudgens. Tori Hudgens, the Unicorn goalkeeper. Right foot into it. Boots it away. 50-50 ball won by Birch, and here comes Canyon now with a purpose. Centering ball, and Hudgens is able to get to it before the Cougar attack. And a good idea there, just a little too hot on the pass. Hudgens for the Unicorns in goal, being worked early. Nothing with real purpose, but the threats have been there early for Canyon. Kensing for the Unicorns. Ball into space, Starch. Centering pass, nobody there, easily claimed by Heyman. Alex, a signee with West Florida University. She'll be taking her talents to the next level. One of 9 that will be doing so here for this Cougar team. Taylor. A lot of effort just to win it back. Ultimately, the pass to no one. Here's Davis working against Cantu. Wonderful play of the ball to get it around her and to Birch. Well done there by Sam Davis. Trying to get it ahead to Wojtek. Starch. Good defensive pick there defensively by Squires. Still fighting it to Birch. Ruiz with the captain's armband passes it back. And we'll have another deep restart for Canyon. 10 minutes into this ball game now. Still no score. Both teams still settling in. Canyon a couple of threats in the first 10 minutes. Nothing to show for it for either team. And here come the Unicorns. Post into the box. The run a little bit too much, and Heyman has it. Canyon on the far side. Long ball in center, looking for Wojtek. And the ball again, this has been the theme early on, just a little bit too far in front of the attacking player. And Hudgens coming off the line to make the save. Cantu trying to apply pressure for the Unicorns. Little shiv into the back of Davis, but Davis well guarded with the body to keep Cantu away. Now a little 1-2 ball with Heyman. Sends it up. Errant pass collected by Kensing and taken away by Wojtek. Excellent move there defensively. Ruiz now looking to send, and again, that ball a little bit too long. Little indecision there between Wojtek and Ruiz. Ball went long, and Wojtek cut off her run and into safe hands in the end. Birch puts that ball into touch for a throw. Looney looking for Cantu. Headed out defensively by Davis, and the Unicorns retaining possession. Avery Looney to throw it in for New Braunfels. Down the line, looking for Cantu. Cantu has it now in space. Back to the goal, little step over, being pursued by Davis, and the ball comes out for a drop and a restart. Ball loose in the dangerous area. Ball reversed. Pavlock with a left floater, and it's gone in. A floater over Heyman, the left footer from Pavlock. And the Unicorns in the 12th minute have taken a lead over Canyon 1-0. The ball drifted through the box, was dangerously loose. And looky what I have here. Gretchen Pavlock on the doorstep sends a floater over the head of Alex Heyman, who was beaten for the first time in 2018. And the Unicorns needing a win to pole vault themselves into playoff contention as we go down the stretch in district, have a 1-0 lead. Canyon now looking to restart and shake that one off. They'll do it with the restart defensively. Oh, instead of swinging it around, that ball is errant and picked away. 1-on-4 chance here for New Braunfels, and wisely done with the drop back. An ambitious effort from an improbable distance by Starch. Sends that one wide, and Heyman easy to collect. I think after a goal, it's just nice for the goalkeeper to get their hands on the soccer ball in any way they can. That one easy for Heyman. Looney finds Kenzine with the drop back to Shearer. Plays it to Hughes, who's wearing the 9 jersey for the Unicorns, and a drop back to the goalkeeper Hudgens for a deep ball out. Cantu. Excellent defensive play by Sims, but Cantu is able to retain possession. Pulls it back. Ball picked away and done so with force from Maddie Alexander. Well done, Maddie. Still working it here on the near side. Looking to turn. She'll send Taylor on a run down the near sideline. What plans does Taylor have here? Centering ball. Making the stretch for Canyon. The shot is deflected at the last second. That's Lizzie McDonald, the senior midfielder, making the run down the middle. Good effort by the Unicorn defender just to get back. It seemed like McDonald surely had a one-touch shot that would have tested Hudgens. The defender gets there in time to deflect it, but it will go for a corner kick. Chance for the equalizer here. About 14 minutes into this ball game. New Braunfels with a 1-0 lead. Can Canyon pull level here? Header goes wide. Inches wide for Cameron Taylor, the junior forward. Trying to put that on frame. It was near post. Nobody was there for New Braunfels. A matter of about 6 inches. The difference there. And instead of equal, it'll be a goal kick here for Hudgens. Tori Hudgens coming into the ball game for the Unicorns, a 0.92 goals against average. A good one here in District 27-6A. Birch to Alexander. And that one wayward again. Hudgens collects it with the feet. Moderate pressure there from Taylor to entice Hudgens with a punt. Oh, bad touch there. Here we go, Canyon on the counter. McDonald to Wojtek. And that ball is saved. What a save by Hudgens. Wojtek unable to get the equalizer. Hudgens heroically came out and got the save. And Torrey is still down for the Unicorns. Didn't look like there was much contact. It looked clean. Hudgens came out feet first. Hudgens getting a visit from the referee and a couple of defenders. Turn of events here. Leanna Fansteel, the backup goalkeeper, on her feet on the sideline for New Braunfels. We'll see what transpires here. Birch has a right. Sends it in, and a punishing tackle there by Lexi Hughes. Decleating Cameron Taylor. No call from the referee. Physical contact made, and ultimately Taylor unable to get to the ball to respond. Shearer lets this get back to Hudgens. It was a goal in the 12th minute by Gretchen Pavlock for the Unicorns. The early difference in this ball game, 1-0, New Braunfels. Cantu. And what a matchup this is going to be between her and Davis. Davis with support from Maddie Alexander, who's been all over the place. And Canyon just looking to restart from the back. Squires, little difficulty with that spinning ball, but able to get it to Hijazi on the far side. And the ball is gifted away to New Braunfels. Early substitution for the Unicorns on the far side. Taking a seat is Mia Post. Checking into the game for the Unicorns, Alina Rodriguez. If you're used to watching professional soccer, the international stages, or English Premier League, anything like that, you're used to seeing a cap on the number of substitutions. Not so here on the high school level. Unlimited substitutions for either side. So the first one made there by New Braunfels as the chess match begins. And like a hockey line change, 3 Cougarettes come in. Coach Gould electing to use his first substitution. And so we reset. 18 minutes played here at Cougar Stadium. Cougars looking to build a counterattack here. Pushing the ball away is Richt. Wojtek, centering pass is picked away by Hudgens. Ashton unable to find a running player into the box. And New Braunfels still having a difficult time clearing this ball. Gathered by Birch. Davis will send it, and the deflection gives the ball to Birch as if on purpose. Here's a pick. Going the other way is Rich. Rich with the centering ball, looking for Foytik. With the back to the goal, she's trying to turn, get the ball on her left, and a wise restart by Canyon. Ruiz. With the now is Guerin. And a physical hit there, about 3 yards north of the box line. But again, the referee letting this play on. Not a lot of stoppages for fouls here in the first quarter of the match. Cantu looking for work. Clever step over to slow things down and wait for teammates. And Birch, I think, is going to just collect this and carry down the sideline. Looking for Foytik, but that ball was a good idea. The thought was there, the execution not. Goes into touch with the throw. And this will be Looney with the headband to throw this in for New Braunfels. Ruiz looking for the switch. And a ball into space for the Cougars. It's Manning, and that ball's picked away. About a half step too late for Carissa Manning. Commit to play at Howard Payne next year, the senior forward. Was unable to track it down, and the Unicorns, well, had something going there, looking for Cantu on a through ball, just unable to connect. And the Cougars with Lizzie McDonald down the far sideline. Centering pass looking for Foytik, just can't get there. As you see now, both teams well settled into this game. Passes a little bit crisper, starting to connect a little bit more. Hard challenge on the far side, and the referee still, no, he blew that one dead from about 30 yards out. Brenna Gardner came in a little bit too hard. Playing body and not ball, and here is an opportunity for Canyon on a set piece. It'll be Ruiz to take it on the far side. Ruiz with a right. Sends it in, but ultimately nobody there. This opportunity goes to the wayside, and the Unicorns will have a goal kick. No harm done in the end on the challenge by Brenna Gardner. Hudgens will put this ball down for a restart. Ruiz loses it to Kensing for New Braunfels, and a switch of the field, and Canyon's going to get the ball back here. Last 3 games for the Canyon Cougarettes. Beat East Central 4-1. Judson 5-0, and a remarkable 8-0 contest. A win versus the Wagner Thunderbirds. And since that draw with Clemens, 5 matches, 5-0 for Canyon, outscoring their opponents 17-2. And right now, trying to get an opportunity, a throw in by Birch. Header on to the middle of the field. Ruiz had a bad angle. Can't get to it. Hijazi will send this one in. Make Hudgens work for it. You have to. She collects this one in. On a long attempt there by Hijazi. Looking for something, anything. Foytik. Well done with the body to force a good angle. Here she is with pace and ideas. Down the left side. Left-footed cross by Manning. And referee calls a penalty. I believe offsides, the indication against Canyon on the pursuit. One pass too many, perhaps. Another threat turned away by New Braunfels, this one by penalty. Sims now. Looping ball, looking for Rich. And the Unicorns will have a throw and a substitution here. This is the second round of district play. The first contest had Canyon beating the Unicorns 3-1 in a game at Unicorn Stadium. Foytik, Cameron Taylor, Alex Squires, your goal scorers for the Cougarettes. 3-1 decision there. Would need 3 straight to equal that game from a few weeks ago. Down 1-0 to the Unicorns now. And a goal in the 12th minute by Gretchen Pavlok. Post, who's back in for the Unicorns. Ball served up, looking for Cantu, but poked away by Sims. And a foul on the floor there for a free kick for the Cougarettes. Will they take it quickly and restart from the back? I believe this is going to be a set piece. Hijazi will take it. Rhoda Hijazi in the 18 jersey, a senior. Sends it with the right foot. And picked away by New Braunfels. Can the Cougars at least keep it here and prevent the clear? Birch still with an opportunity on Cantu, but Cantu will race down the sidelines and do another pullback. Physical play there by Manning, and clean to win the ball. Oh, well done. And the pass. Just nobody there for Canyon. But Chrissa Manning, another senior on this team, doing a good job of using the body for leverage. Cleanly done. No extension of the elbow. Coach Eric Norris making another substitution for the Unicorns. Starch out. Alina Rodriguez back in. Looney to serve. Looking for Cantu. Pinball action there, ends up in the hands of Birch for a throw. Sims now. With the pullback against the grain, will carry. Has a left, looking for Manning, and the ball finds Manning again. Here's Ruiz. Fighting off a Unicorn defender with a turn and a left. And the Unicorns intercept to go. Davis. Ruiz. And the captain's armband avoids the ankle touch there. Still with it now, looking for Foytik. At this point, force feeding it. And the Unicorns can clear. Davis still fighting for Canyon. Sent in. And Hansen will clear for the Unicorns. Long ball, indecision here. Can Heyman get to it before Cantu? She does. Dangerous ball there. You don't know if it's going to just sit. You don't know what the spin is. Heyman came out. Ball rolls to her harmlessly, but now the Unicorns are threatening again. Cantu in a one-on-one battle is won by the Cougars' Courtney Sims. What a battle that's turning out to be between Sims and Cantu if it isn't Sims and Samantha Davis. Referee will stop play here. And a lighthearted conversation, perhaps. With the Unicorn attacker there, I believe that's Emily Shearer in the 10 jersey. About 13 minutes left to go before the half. Dangerous play there. The referee will stop it, and it's just a matter of who's going to get control here. Arm comes up in favor of Canyon. Quick restart looking here. Can they set up a set piece at midfield? The Unicorns are retreating. Cougars are pressing. Hijazi with the right foot will send this one towards the penalty area looking for Foytik. Ball in the air. Flag is up. And offsides. Actually, they're going to call that a foul. As you saw the headband of Looney kind of pop off. Some of these girls are club teammates living in New Braunfels and travel teams and whatnot growing up. Know each other very well, go to church together, neighbors. But when this game gets going, whether it's football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, softball, what have you, gets a little feisty down there. Heyman with the restart. Touch of the knee, awkwardly off of Rich. Hijazi with a header. Ruiz looking to settle the ball down. And push it. Foytek giving chase, but the ball ultimately cleared. I believe Claire Thomas on the far side for New Braunfels. Cougars hoping to keep this here in the attacking third. Hijazi pushed up for the throw. And will play it here with the right. Centering ball is picked away by New Braunfels. And misplay of the ball there by Ruiz allows possession to go to the Unicorns. Ball's played back. If it's a foot, Heyman can't pick this up. She'll play it with the feet. Calmly to Hijazi. And a poor touch there by McKenzie, the senior midfielder. One of the 9 Cougars who will be playing in college next year. McKenzie electing to play at St. Mary's University as a student athlete for that Rattler program. Kensing will play it back. Ball will make it all the way back to Hudgens. And a one-time clear. It's Hansen. Ball dropped back, Thomas. Kick ball in the air, trying to find Rodriguez. But but the ball gets cleared up. Hijazi being pressured by Starch. And this ball just needs to be settled down. Out of the air and onto the ground, back to Hijazi. Looking for a runner. On the far sideline, ball's poked away by New Braunfels. This will go into touch for a throw. A trio of Cougars coming in. Another full set of substitutions by Dustin Gould in his 16th season at Canyon High School. This team building up, as we mentioned, in 2016, missed the playoffs. Last year, qualified in the 4th spot of district, lost in the first round. And right now in a competitive district, the Cougars find themselves atop. Goal kick awarded here. In the corner, no sense of urgency from Hudgens or the Unicorn defense. But Canyon finds themselves down 1-0, having played 32 minutes here in the opening half. Lone goal in the 12th minute by the Unicorns' Gretchen Pavlock. The ball's poked away. So down the sideline we go for Canyon. Ruiz will throw it in from the far sideline. And the Cougars, actually they're going to call this a free kick situation. So this will be like a corner from a wider angle. Ruiz to send this in with the right foot. Into the box. Can Canyon get ahead on it? It's loose. Foytek giving pursuit, and the ball goes over the crossbar. Had an effort there, had a look, and a good one. Just too much air under it. As you see the ball just free. And Foytek just has to quickly turn on it. And the ball sails over. Not enough umph. Hopefully the placement would have been there. Hudgens looked to be in position. Just too much air. Down the far side, Alexander trying to apply some pressure, and the ball is found to Hijazi. Centering pass looking for Ruiz. Picked away. Reversal of the field. Taylor giving chase. Foytek now getting into it. And the referee calls it a little bit too physical there. Whether it was Foytek or Taylor, take your pick. Perhaps Taylor. Hudgens way out of her box to serve this one up. Starch loses it to Sims. And the Cougars with a touch here. Nobody in particular. The receiving end of that. Ball cleared. Birch with a throw-in. Well, the Cougars have done their job of keeping it here in the attacking third, just unable to connect passes in the moments where it really matters. They look to settle the ball down here. Davis with some good footwork there. Keep the ball out of danger. Squires with it now, looking to send it on a run. Hudgens way out of her line at the top of the box, claims it. That was a good look there. An intelligent ball down the sideline, just a little bit too much. And I think with those long passes, Hudgens perhaps trained to come off that line in anticipation of it. Something to be mindful of if those passes could just connect. Looney now. Hudgens picked away by Guerin. A one-touch pass looking for Foytek. Gets a foot on it. Sends it into the box. Some wicked spin. Had Hudgens at a bad angle. But she corrects in order to collect. And with about 5 minutes left in this half, Hudgens fighting to keep this clean sheet going. The Unicorns up 1-0. Ruiz looking for Foytek into space. That's just a little bit too far in front of her. Ashton calling back and saying, need that a little closer to me to make a run on it. She cuts off her run, saving energy. Hijazi will give it into space to Foytek. Foytek now looking to turn. And we'll get a restart here for New Braunfels. Looney sends it. But the Cougars are there, just unable to get this counterattack going. Kenzine has it for the Unicorns, who sends it back. It's Rodriguez now. Trying to find Kenzine. Ultimately does, but right to the foot of Foytek. Now Foytek sprinting down. What does she have dialed up here? Wonderful. Right foot, and the ball is off the goalpost. Over the crossbar, off the football goalpost. A spirited run. Ball on the right foot and sent in. Just unlucky. Hudgens avoids disaster there. But I think you get a glimpse of what Ashton Foytek could do. The young junior, 16 goals. Creating in space there. Now on the far sideline. Reversal of the field, looking for Ruiz. Squires now. Ball picked away. There's Pavlok, the goal scorer this evening, with a good defensive effort there. And a deep restart here for the Cougars. About 2.5 left in the first half. Rodriguez looking for Cantu. Good thought there. Ball too heavy. Pavlok. Stolen away. Here's Foytek. Will she pass? Will she go? With a purpose here to the corner. A right foot center looking for Taylor. Deflected away. One more time. Plan B. Ruiz, right footer and a save. Oh, destined for the back of the net and denied by Hudgens. She wasn't playing A. I don't think she was playing B, but the ball found its way to Ruiz, and oh, Hudgens with the save. Ruiz denied. Cantu now with speed. And a heavy touch goes to Heyman. About a minute left now. Can the Cougars mount one more attack? Sense of urgency growing now. And a dangerous play will stop the ball at the midfield logo for a restart. Hijazi to have it. Taking her time to set it up. Rhoda says this in. Headed away. Beware the counter here. Or do the Unicorns just try to kill time? It's picked away in any rate by Davis. Ruiz, one touch to Foytek. Flag stays down in an onside position. And cleared. Hijazi. Do the Cougars have one more in them? About 20 seconds left. Pick clean. The Unicorns send this into space. It'll be a foot race. Heyman comes out. Cantu pressures. It's a clear but not a good one. Hijazi looking to send this one. And the first half ends. It was slow in the beginning, picked up in the end. But after one half of play, it's New Braunfels 1, Canyon 0. We've reached halftime. You're watching Cougar Soccer on the Cougars Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Frost Bank, Nissan of New Braunfels, Wick Productions, Ashley, Zaxby's, and Texas Tractor Country.
Daddy's gotta go to work.
Uh-oh. Sorry?
Watch FX, GVTC, Digital Cable Channel 527. GVTC, just plain smart.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
The all-new Nissan of New Braunfels. Our modern and architecturally impressive building is more like an art gallery than a dealership. With an extravagant showroom floor and customer lounge, with over 500 vehicles in stock, we have the ability to deliver the best savings possible to meet your budget needs. It's our pleasure to serve you in New Braunfels and the surrounding Hill Country communities. The all-new Nissan of New Braunfels, you've got to see this place.
Cougars Network is your home for Canyon High School athletic coverage. Don't miss live game broadcasts, weekly coaches shows, stories from inside the field house, and more. Log on to cougarsnetwork.com to stay up to date on everything from the Den to the Red Zone. Welcome to Cougars Network.
Ashley Home Store is proud to sponsor Canyon Cougars. Go Cougs!
Hi, I'm film critic Richard Roper, and I'm thrilled to be hosting the television event And the Oscar Goes To. 75 Oscar-winning films all on one channel. From February 1st through March 4th, HDNet Movies is proud to bring you an uninterrupted presentation of Oscar-winning films. No other network can boast an award-winning film collection of this caliber. Nothing but Oscar-winning movies, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
GVTC, just plain smart. Do you know what's perfect? Wick Productions teaming up with the Canyon Cougars. No kidding! We take pause when we hear you cheer for replays on the scoreboard. And we love the feline we get when you visit cougarsnetwork.com. Don't forget to subscribe, right? Meow. Isn't that right? What? Cat got your tongue? Mew it.
It is New Braunfels Youth Soccer Association night here at Cougar Stadium. For over 30 years, the NBYSA has been a positive force in the development of soccer in New Braunfels. and many of the players that have gone through NBYSA program have played for both Canyon and New Braunfels high schools. The youngsters here tonight hope to continue that tradition, and they all hope to wear their school's color in the future. Ben Campos here with you in the booth at Cougar Stadium, and speaking as a former player for New Braunfels Youth Soccer Association and as a former coach as well in my days as a player at New Braunfels High School, the opportunity to coach young kids at that level. What a treat it is, as we've all now come full circle now broadcasting these kids here on the Cougars network. And just kind of a personal note, Eric Norris, the head coach at New Braunfels High School, he and I played together on the same teams in the New Braunfels Youth Soccer Association, and his dad was our coach at those NBYSA levels. So things come full circle, and though things may change, some things just stay the same. The New Braunfels Youth Soccer programs still strong in our community, as you see the players out here. Some of them will play here at Canyon or at New Braunfels, and it's wonderful to honor this organization here as both New Braunfels and Canyon players are on the field on the varsity level. Again, our score at the half, it is New Braunfels 1, Canyon 0. Gretchen Pavlock for New Braunfels. The lone goal in the 12th minute gives the Unicorns the advantage. And for our halftime enjoyment, players here from the Youth League. We'll step aside for our final break here on the Cougars Network. When we come back, second half action. You're watching Canyon Soccer here on the Cougars Network.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor.
The biggest season of Fixer Upper is here.
What? We're taking it a whole nother direction.
This is going to be one of a kind.
With fresh new designs.
Love the stairwell.
Pretty impressive. Are y'all ready to
Check out your Fixer Upper.
Oh my God, look at this.
All new Fixer Upper, Tuesday at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, Digital Cable Channel 578. GVTC, just plain smart.
I'm Jaime Buenteo, produce buyer for HEB. We work hard to find the freshest, best produce available. That's why we work with Texas growers to buy local as much as possible. Over 100 million pounds annually. In fact, we sell more produce than any other store in Texas. Grapefruit, corn, blueberries, and tons more. All grown right here in our beautiful backyard and on their way to your store within 24 hours. This is the local Texas produce department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Frost Bank, Nissan of New Braunfels, Wick Productions, Ashley, Zaxby's, and Texas Tractor Country.
Down in Texas, modern-day prospectors are making big bucks flipping houses. But before they can cash in, they gotta move them. Hauling homesteads and kicking asphalt. All new Texas Flip and Move, Friday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Watch DIY, GVTC, Digital Cable Channel 126. GVTC, just plain smart.
On Travel Channel, all new Expedition Unknown.
Every legend is an epic adventure. Here we go from Stonehenge and the Vikings to Butch Cassidy. It's the adventure that's legendary.
Now how do we get out of this thing?
All new Expedition Unknown, Wednesday at 9 on Travel Channel.
Watch Travel Channel, GVTC, Digital Cable Channel 577. GVTC, just plain smart.
Ashley Home Store is proud to sponsor Canyon Cougars. Go Cougs!
Second half moments away here at Cougar Stadium. Ben Campos with you, executive producer Bo Wick. Special shout out to Peyton Emmons of the Canyon Cougars, junior midfielder, unable to attend tonight's ball game, recovering from surgery, but Coach Gould and the Cougarettes told us to send her a special shout out, a swift recovery. So Peyton, if you don't mind, whatever screen you're watching this on, go ahead and click that red subscriber button and become a part of the Cougars network. And shameless plug, yes, but as they say, ABC, always be closing. We salespeople need to do that sometimes, so Peyton, thank you. To start the second half, the Cougars take a blunder on the kickoff and look to turn this into some promise. Here on the near side, the high kick by Alexander. She'll gather on the throw into the corner. Captain Ruiz now with it. Alexander, the takeaway, ultimately poked out by Pavlok. But Jazzy to throw in. They'll keep it here on the corner. Jazzy sends this one in. Foytek, a little bit too much for her. Taylor unable to gather. Jazzy will try again. Ruiz off the chest, half volley, and Hudgens. In the first minute tested. Easy take for the goalkeeper. She sends this one away. Squires. Hijazi. Sims and Davis now sending it, looking for Alexander. New Braunfels, perhaps a counter here. Nobody up, though. Force feed to Cantu, and Sims looking to deal. Pavlok. Davis for the Cougars, looking to distribute. Down the middle, Taylor with Chase. Foytek 2. Ashton with the shoulder. She gets away with it. Alexander now with it. Still fighting. Here comes Ashton from the back to get it. Well done there by Ashton Foytek, the junior. Leading goal scorer. Keeping the ball in possession here for Canyon. And the referee's seen enough here. Starting to get physical. Starting to get scrappy, but not dirty. The Unicorns looking to restart. Drawing on my experience in this ball game, it used to be the referee would want to settle things down, knew it was a rivalry game, so the first sign of any contact or malice, a card would be drawn. And so in those games you would typically see a card in the first 3 or 4 minutes, referee just trying to set tone. And though this game has been physical, it hasn't gotten to that point of dirty. But with the free kick opportunity here, Jazzy will send this one in. Rhoda. This one's dangerous. Hudgens gathers in the end, takes a chest. And referee coming in to say, calm down. Formal conversation and a formal warning is given out to Lizzie McDonald, the senior midfielder. And as a former goalkeeper myself, I always hated that and always felt there needed to be more protections for the goalkeeper. But McDonald avoids a penalty there, avoids a card on the incidental contact. You mentioned in the break, Unicorn head coach Eric Norris. He is from New Braunfels, back at his alma mater, and dare I say of New Braunfels. A goalkeeper on the Unicorn varsity squad. Served in a way as my mentor, as he was 2 years my senior. After graduation, I took over his spot in goal. So between his dad being a youth soccer coach and him being my mentor on the field back in our high school days, a lot of debt and gratitude to the Norris family. His sister, one of the great talents in the Unicorn Girls program back about the turn of the millennium. His wife, a classmate of mine. His mom, a staple in the front office. So the Norris family's very well integrated into this Unicorn program as he is now in his 4th year. The Unicorns looking to rebound as well. Missed out on the playoffs last year, came in 5th place. 2 previous years in 2015 and 16, the Unicorns able to get into the playoffs but exited by way of penalty kicks, shootouts. Lost in 2015 in the area round to Corpus Christi Carroll, and in 2016 to Johnson in the by-district round. A win tonight will go a long way for the Unicorns to bolster their chances for a playoff spot. Right now, 1 point behind Steele for the 4th and final spot in District 27 6A. Currently with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of a 12th minute goal by Gretchen Pavlock. For the Cougarettes, we mentioned their last 3 games wins over East Central, Judson, and Wagner by a combined score of 17-1. The next 3 matches for the Cougars here at Cougar Stadium to take on the Clemens Buffaloes, the last team to deal a blemish to the Cougars' record on a 1-1 draw. Travel to Cibolo to take on Steele, and then Smithson Valley here at Cougar Stadium in the second match with the Rangers. 7 minutes played here in the second half. Davis now for the Cougars on the far side. Cleared by Looney. Second clear by Looney. She's sure of it this time, sends this one into the bleachers. And a chance to restart here in the attacking third for Canyon. Ball on the far side. Trying to get it to Ruiz. Just stonewalled for a moment. And only for a moment. Here's Ruiz now with a little touch and go. Right foot, and Hudgens goes down for it. That's a difficult save, and Hudgens made it look easy. And an awkward placement of the ball. Hudgens elects to go down on it to trap it. And she does well there. Long ball by Gardner. Trying for a head-on by Cantu. Swing and a miss. And the Cougars looking to counter. Bad pass by Davis, picked away. But the Unicorns unable to do anything with it. And I like the idea of that, trying to get it into space. I believe that's Alexander. Maddie Alexander making the run. Just thought there, execution not. Just about half a step away from Alexander as she made that long run. Pavlock for the Unicorns. To Cantu with the nifty spin move. Keeps possession. Skins the 2 defenders. Wonderful placement of the ball. Right foot is away. Promising run there by the Unicorns. Lexi Hughes ultimately had the right foot turn away. So I believe this is Elena Rivera now in goal for the Cougars. Alex Heyman on the bench. She was beaten in the 12th minute. Difficult ball to get to as the ball was an arching, floating shot up in the air. Heyman in a difficult position was beat. We mentioned Elena Rivera, 0.28 goals against average, capable. Now with Cantu for the Unicorns. With the surge here. Pass was looking for Hansen. I don't think Hansen was looking for it. Hansen still fighting. She'll drop it back in a wise restart. Challenge in the corner. and it'll go for a goal kick. That's good defending on the far side. Believe that's Birch. Talked with Cougar coach Dustin Gould earlier, pregame, and he mentioned Alex Heyman plays well. She's going to go to West Florida, but also spoke glowingly of Elena Rivera. She's headed to Texas A&I, a capable equal to Heyman. And a scrappy play here. Battle of the 16s, Hansen and Alexander. And this one will be rewarded to the Unicorns, with Kensing and Gardner standing over this one. Unicorns threatening with 4 at the top of the box. Ball sent in, still up in the air. Rodriguez with a quick turn. And the Cougars will start this one from the back. Trying to switch the field. Squires having a difficult time. Foytik with a wonderful pass and the cross to Alexander. Ball still in. This is Taylor. Cameron Taylor with it. A left foot restart to Hijazi. Alexander with a turn. Can she go up now? She'll fall down. Play on, says the referee. No foul given. Poked away by Gardner. Maddie's getting some work done here on the near side. She'll go take a seat. She's played hard in the past 5 or 6 minutes. Headed to TLU next year, just down the road in Seguin. Substitution in is Mackenzie Rich for the Cougars. Foytek with the rare bad touch to get into the corner. And the Unicorns still unable to clear, though. The Cougars pressed up. They feel the urgency here. Centering ball gets through. Taylor unable to get a foot on it. Ruiz sent that in. Hudgens gathers in the end. Nice one-touch padding. Can Foytek get to it? She's shielded and puts a forearm into the defender, Lexi Hughes, who topples over Hudgens. Physical play there by the junior. And the referee keeps the whistle on the hand. Cantu now. Ball swung around. Here's Ruiz now. Can she create with the left into space for Foytik? And Foytik, again, baby, a half step, perhaps a full step behind that ball. Hudgens gets to it. Hudgens has been tested and has been up to the challenge. With the clean sheet still in existence. Now 13 minutes in to this second half. Gardner with the throw. And this has been a good battle, too, on the sideline between Hijazi and Cantu. And or the way Michaela Cantu has been playing for the Unicorns, it's been a good battle with just about every defender for the Cougars. Left, right, or through the center. Davis now. Squires. The little 1-2 move to get away from her defender and send this ball to Foytek. Into space with a purpose. What a save by Hudgens. The centering ball was there. That ball was destined to find goal, but denied by Hudgens, who came off her line. It's well played for the goalkeeper. No doubt well taught by her coach, former goalkeeper. Substitutions here from the far sideline for Canyon. Checking out is Squires and Cameron Taylor. Hijazi with another throw. Headed on by Manning. With the right foot, it's McDonald. Ball still out for Canyon. Can they keep this here in the attacking third? Ultimately too high for Guerin, and the Unicorns look to counter. More physical play on the far sideline. Now coming in dangerously is Canyon. Referee in a good position. Elects not to call anything. And on the far sideline, ball sent into touch by Manning. Ball will stick here in the attacking third. Canyon desperate. Down 1-0. And they set something up here. Guerin to head on. And Cantu will have this alone. Ball still at her feet. Now it's collected by Hansen. Overlapping run from Rodriguez. Back to Hansen on a nice 1-2 game. Intelligent restart. And I believe that's Kensing on the far side for the Unicorns. Into the corner. Rodriguez stays onside. Right foot. Centering pass. Cantu is there. Rivera denies, but Cantu gets the rebound and sends that in. Unfortunate scenario there for Canyon. Rivera came out, made a wonderful save, but couldn't collect cleanly. Michaela Cantu gets 2 opportunities there and buries the second one, and the Unicorns have now built a 2-0 lead. It was Pavlok in the 12th minute of the first half, and now Michaela Cantu, 16th minute in the second half. Mentioned not too long ago that it's been good battles and good work by nearly everybody in the back line of Canyon trying to defend against Michaela Cantu. That is her 12th goal of the year, pacing the Unicorns. And with about 24 minutes, starting to see the urgency of Canyon picking up here. Canyon undefeated in district play, not unblemished, 7-0-1 coming into tonight's ballgame. New Braunfels 1 point behind Steele for the last playoff spot in district. Steele at 4-3-1, New Braunfels 4-4-0. The one difference, Steele has a draw instead of a loss. And there's your 1 point difference. But right now as it stands, this would go down as an upset. Should the Unicorns pull this one off? Rivera looking for the restart. 2 great goalkeepers for the Cougars, Rivera and Heyman. Both of them with goals against average, less than 1 coming into the night's ball game. Heyman in 2 games hadn't been scored on, but the Unicorns have found a way to beat both these keepers. Hijazi looking for the restart here at midfield. Just past the interlocking CC logo. Sends it in. Good pursuit there by Alex Birch, just unable to get to the ball before the Unicorn defender. Sims now with the ball ahead. Can the Cougars restart this here off a throw-in, and this ball goes into space with no one around it initially. Foytik giving chase, and the ball's cleared. Rhoda now with a soft play to Guerin. Captain Ruiz with it now. Ball deflected forward into a dangerous spot there with Foytik closing in, giving chase. See what Canyon does here. Hijazi, can she resend it? Foytik will she create? Here in the corner with a right. Centering pass is dangerous. Still loose. Canyon with it. A left footer by Guerin is denied. Canyon with opportunity there. Wonderful idea by Foytik to send that one in. Found its way in the middle of the goal. But ultimately cleared by New Braunfels. Nice run there by Carissa Manning. Ultimately poked away, though. And a restart here on the near side. Hijazi with it. With space to carry. Sends this one in. And she'll have another opportunity. Wisely played to Guerin. And the Cougars settle the ball down. Guerin. Trying to serve that one in. Nobody there in particular. And Hijazi looks to keep it in. Unlucky bounce. And the Unicorns, well, it's kind of shielded by Anna Kenzine. Perhaps she thought the ball would be gifted over to the Unicorns. Referee, with a dissenting opinion, keeps the ball with Canyon. Sims now. Cantu had the goal in the 16th minute. Still working. Sims not going down without a fight. Hijazi. Ball into space. Here's Cantu. Rivera comes out off her line to claim. And that's well done. Actually, they have Michaela Cantu in an offsides position. Had a run there. Rivera goes down. Always like that situation as a goalkeeper. The ball running away from the attacker, coming towards you. Advantage goalkeeper. In the end, Cantu offsides anyways. So a moot point. Pavlok. Hansen now with a right to test Rivera, and Rivera sure of it. Tracks that ball out of bounds. Into touch. Sure of it, though. Gets to her post to make sure. And that's a long chase by the ball girl to get out there and shag that ball down. For the Unicorns, if they could clear this hurdle, the schedule lightens up to close out their district schedule. Games against Steele, East Central, and Wagner. The ball's in on Rivera with pace. Rivera calmly collects. Ball about head level. On that shot from Rodriguez. It'll be an all-important game for the Unicorns against Steele. That's the team they trail currently. And a physical play still. No flag. No call from the referee. This game has drifted out of the physical state and, dare I say, into the chippy one. Still ways away from dirty. It's just now contact being made on nearly every challenge. This ball is away from Hudgens. She'll collect. No sense of urgency to put this one down and restart play. So the Unicorns will have that game versus Steele, the team they trail in the standings only by a point. And then we'll wrap up with East Central, who is 3-5-1 in district, and Wagner, the Thunderbirds, only one victory to their credit against their rival Judson. So an opportunity for the Unicorns to make some headway here as they close out district. And a win here would go the long way with a 2-0 lead. Physical tackle from Ruiz from behind, and I think plastic's going to be shown here. Stop the clock, says the referee. And the captain, Ruiz, will be sent off. Vanessa Ruiz, wrong place, wrong time perhaps. It's been physical elsewhere. And I think That card justified. Physical from behind. A dangerous tackle in front of the well-placed referee. And the Unicorns will get a restart. Booked in the 24th minute is the captain, Vanessa Ruiz, senior midfielder. Maybe that's the spark that will help ignite this Cougar soccer club. They need something here, down 2-0. Maybe seeing your captain go down on a physical challenge and get sent off the field only momentarily. Maybe that will provide some sort of inspiration. And here they are on the attack. It was McDonald looking to serve it in, but the Cougars keep it here. Foytik, unable to turn it up. Rodriguez now. Foytik with room and purpose. Wonderful use of the outside foot. Centering pass. Here's a shot on goal, is deflected away. McDonald had it. Turned away by a Unicorn defender. Now Hudgens is pursuing. Goes up. Collision made. It's fair game. Hudgens has it. No harm there. Carissa Manning putting the pressure. Davis. Hijazi. Rhoda now with it. Rhoda will be playing next year at Southwestern, just up the road on I-35 in Georgetown. Her skill on display tonight. Called her name nearly every half minute, it seems. Davis now with a centering ball to Squires, who plays it to Hijazi, and that ball is just not placed well. No pressure around, had time to make something better, just put too far in front of Hijazi, and the Unicorns taking their time here with the throw. It's Gardner. Touched out by Pavlak. An inverted header there by Pavlak. Gives the ball, though, to Hansen. Quick move there by Hansen. Foytek giving chase. Physical from behind. Another shoulder to displace. Oh, that's well done. Ashton Foytek doing a good job defensively, helping this Cougar team. Now on the counterattack. Rich trying to send it in. Ball turned away for a throw. Seen Hijazi elect to send these balls into the corner. Will she elect to put this one into the box? Some set play here. Down the line. McDonald with the turn and a right, and Hudgens is there. Another threatening pass. Centering, looking for Manning. Ball just finds Hudgens between the two zeros. Can't say that Canyon hasn't had their chances. They've been there. Hudgens has been big. Couple of big saves here in the second half. The Cougars starting to ramp up pressure. Be interesting to see what New Braunfels does here if they drop back into a defensive stronghold. Drop everybody back, perhaps leave Cantu up alone. Cougars here making another substitution. Kinsey Rich being sent off the field. Cougars now playing without their two captains, Alex Heyman on the bench, goalkeeper pulled in the first half after giving up a goal in the 12th minute for Elena Rivera. who's now in goal for Canyon. And just moments ago, it was Vanessa Ruiz who was sent off because of a yellow card on a dangerous tackle from behind. Rivera plays it off the feet. So who's going to step up and be the leader here for Canyon? Team chock full of seniors and college-bound players without their captains. Hijazi. Send it up forward. The referee still electing not to blow the whistle there on a challenge on a Maddie Alexander. And a foul there. I don't know. You don't call that last one on Alexander, and this one looked like child's play in comparison, but gets blown dead by the referee. We'll go the other way. Hansen now. Guerin. Foytik. The creator down the sideline. Oh, wonderful move to get into the corner. Centering pass is there. One-timed, redirected, and saved. The best look for Canyon in the second half, delivered by Cameron Taylor by way of Ashton Foytik. But Hudgens, properly positioned, goes down to it and gets the soccer ball. Well done on her end. Clean sheet still intact for Hudgens. What a monster game she has had. Pavlok to Hansen. Cougars trying to strip possession. Guerin and Hijazi are there. Hijazi with the quick win and set downfield by New Braunfels. Now under 10 minutes left in this District 27 6A rivalry match. Canyon down 2-0. Goal in the first and a goal in the second for New Braunfels. Trying to avenge the 3-1 defeat by the hands of these Cougars weeks ago in the first round of district play. Into touch as Gardner will slowly ask for the ball and survey the field. A long substitution coming in from the far sideline. Michaela Cantu will sit down, and Elena Rodriguez for the Unicorns. If nothing else, it's gamesmanship from Coach Eric Norris. Less than 10 minutes left. You could see Gardner hand on hip, waiting for the long substitution to come in. It's a good 45 seconds just bled off the clock. Rodriguez. Good pursuit by Davis. Foytik. Battling for the ball is Maddie Alexander. Sends this ball deep. What's Hudgens going to do with it? Dangerously close to the touchline there in the box. Play with a foot in to be sure of it. And Hudgens will boot this one down. A time-killing punt towards midfield. Rodriguez now off the bounce. Ruiz, good to see her back in for Canyon. Vanessa, the captain, with the left foot. Trying to serve that upfield. Taylor goes down with the tangled feet of the Unicorn defender, Shearer. Birch with the long throw. And Hudgens will gather very nonchalantly. The Cougars now starting to not have their passes connect. It's very clear to me that when Hudgens gets the ball, she's not looking to redistribute to her defenders with the roller throw. 50-50 balls have been won over the past couple of opportunities by Canyon, almost by default. The Unicorns have retreated into a defensive stronghold. And here's a play out to Rodriguez. Will she just carry this into the corner or look to score? Pulls it towards the center. Now an overlapping run and a good one. Here's Pavlock. Will she have a left? She does. And it's just poorly taken. If nothing else, that took about 30 seconds off the clock. So at that point, it's just about how you define success. And for Pavlock, already a goal to her credit. Perhaps sending that ball deep behind the goal and burning another 30 seconds to find success with that shot. Foytik. Oh, look at her go. Creating, pushing the ball with a purpose here. Avoids a tackle, still on her feet with the right, and that's deflected at the last second. Full credit given to Brenna Gardner chasing down Foytik. It's not an easy task. She gets the deflection, and they're checking her knee brace. Brenna will go down. Referee needs to stop the clock here if he can. He should, as the player's down, and the clock has stopped at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Brenna Gardner in pursuit of Ashton Foytik. As they have removed her brace from her knee. You know, some things with this synthetic turf, and I was always a bigger fan of playing on natural grass if you could. But sometimes those plastic blades of grass and the black pellets kind of grab your ankle at the wrong time, and perhaps on a wet field, a muddy field, a natural grass field, your cleat could go through it, uproot the grass, and displace the mud, and you'd get free clear from your cleat. But on these synthetic surfs, sometimes your foot just can't do that. There's concrete under the artificial surface. It gets dug in. And the selling point for these artificial turfs, that is better traction, then at that point becomes a liability. But, of course, we're up here in the press box. No need to speculate. It's nice to see that Brenna Gardner is able to walk off the field under her own power. With coach and trainer to her left and right. So injury substitution here for New Braunfels as Michaela Cantu checks back in. Clock stopped at 5 minutes and 32 seconds. Will be restarted by Tori Hudgens, the Unicorn goalkeeper. New Braunfels on top 2-0. Of course, last time we were here on the Cougars Network at Cougar Stadium, the Canyon boys team scored 2 goals in the final 10 minutes to get past Smithson Valley in a wonderful match there. After being down 2-3, those 2 quick goals got the Cougars a win 4-2. Oh, check that, 4-3. Here's Foytik in the corner. Can she create some magic? With the left and a centering pass. One touch, back heel. Left foot is deflected for Alexander. The ball's still out and loose and cleared. Alexander now. Ball will swing away from Hudgens. Canyon trying to crawl back into this. Right foot sent in. Header is deflected away. Cantu with the poor clear, still in danger. Alex Birch now. Down the sidelines and a left, deflected away. Birch still with it. Plays it at a centering pass. Looking for Guerin. Back to Ruiz. Second time is deflected. Still in danger. The Cougars looking to reset and finally cleared. Deep and away. It's a time-killing clear. Now under 4 minutes. Ruiz with it. Davis. Foytik will take over from here. Has a defender, Rodriguez. And we'll play it back wisely. Vanessa now, the captain. The wonderful touch. 1-2 game is picked away by New Braunfels. Cantu now into space, and that's poorly done. Canyon still keeping it here. Near 3 minutes left. Down the far sideline, it's a left, in, and calmly picked away by Hudgens. Mentioned that game a couple of weeks ago here at Cougar Stadium where the boys team scored 2 late versus Smithson Valley. Of course, you could find that game here on the Cougars Network. These are recorded live and kept on the server. So after this one, go ahead and check that one out. It's a good one. The Cougars defeating Smithson Valley that night, 4-3. This ball sent in. Hudgens, slight miscommunication there, but only briefly between her and Pavlock. Hudgens ultimately comes out for it and will send another deep clearing ball. The Unicorns with 7 players back in a stronghold defense. No real desire to come up and pursue now. So Cougars got to start thinking about sending everybody up. Thomas. Time clearing once again. Very reminiscent of a hockey team just trying to penalty clear. Get the ball and send it deep and away. Kensing, again, playing kickball now with Rivera. Looking to settle this ball down. Ruiz ultimately. Birch. Alexander. Here's Birch again, who comes away from the pack, streaking down the sideline on a surge here. Centering ball, and Hudgens is there, and this has been the recurring theme. Whether it's a centering ball or a through ball into the box, it's just half a step too far. Hudgens off the line, aggressive, comes out to claim. Been the theme tonight, to the detriment of the Canyon Cougars. It's been that close. Physical here on the sideline. I don't think either one of them touched the ball on purpose. And the referees have been reluctant, other than that Ruiz tackle that got her a yellow card. Been reluctant to call anything else. Still, this is not a penalty. It will go out into touch for a throw. That is Cameron Taylor, the junior forward. She's played a spirited game up top. Been involved in a lot of their runs. No fruit to show for it, though. With now 35 seconds left, and the clock starts here. Into the corner. And this ball will go out for a throw. Lexi Hughes using her body as a shield, and Hudgens electing to go to the far side of the field to kick this. An effort that takes 15 of the 20 seconds off the clock to remain. And the final seconds go off the clock. Our final score then, New Braunfels 2, Canyon 0. We'll step aside. We'll have post-game coverage on the other side of the break. This is Canyon Soccer on the Cougars Network.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Frost Bank, Nissan of New Braunfels, Wick Productions, Ashley, Zaxby's, and Texas Tractor Country.
And welcome back to Cougar Stadium. The Canyon Cougars dropped this one tonight to their crosstown rival, New Braunfels Unicorns, by a score of 2-0. Michaela Cantu gets the goal in the second half in the 16th minute to push New Braunfels up. The first goal granted to Gretchen Pavlock in the 12th minute of the first half for the Unicorns. They are your 2 goal scorers. With the win, the Unicorns improved to 5-4-0. We don't know any results from the rest of district, but that will go a long way in improving the Unicorns' chances. They were 1 point behind Steele for the 4th and final playoff spot coming into tonight's ball game. The Canyon Cougars, with the loss, no longer undefeated in district play. You had to go back to January 12th for their last loss, and that streak is no more. Canyon drops to 7-1-1, still atop district standings. We'll see what else happens tonight between the other ball games in district. You've been with us here on the Cougars Network. Next up for us will be March 15th, and the state-ranked Canyon Cougar softball team will take the diamond number 3 in the state. We'll have that coverage in their game. It'll be over the spring break for the kids, but stick with us here on the Cougars Network. We're now transitioning deep into spring. We'll have baseball and softball coverage for you here on the Cougars Network. Once again, your final score from Cougar Stadium, it's New Braunfels 2, Canyon 0. For my executive producer, Bo Wick, I am Ben Campos, wishing you a good night and a safe drive home from Cougar Stadium in New Braunfels, Texas.
Cougars Network is your home for Canyon High School athletic coverage. Don't miss live game broadcasts, weekly coaches shows, stories from inside the field house, and more. Log on to cougarsnetwork.com to stay up to date on everything from the Den to the Red Zone. Welcome to Cougars Network.